Okay, so I've had a chance to review your intake,
Okay.
and I just want to go over a couple things with you.
What's the good news?
So, your total calories for yesterday were 2,682,
Okay.
first off. For your height and weight, the goal calorie intake for weight loss is 1,800 calories a day.
Oh, okay.
So you're a bit over that at this point.
For weight loss.
Right. So your goal is 15 to 20 pounds, right?
Yep.
So basically, what I'm going to do, first of all, is just go over, I took kind of a tally of the servings that you're having from each food group.
Yes.
So let's look at this, and is there anything that jumps out here for you?
What's this one?
So this is the recommended amount of servings for each of these groups, and this is what you're taking in.
Okay.
So what do you see?
Well, it seems that I like my grains.
Yes. So you're having, you had 19 servings of grains yesterday. The recommended is about 6.
It's about 3 times the amount of grains.
Right.
Okay.
Where do you think those might be coming from?
Well, a nice big bowl of cereal and a couple sandwiches was basically all bread.
Okay.
So that's probably where it's all coming from.
Okay. Is there anything else that jumps out at you here?
On the flip side, I'm missing my vegetable number.
Okay. So you took in about 1 1/4 servings of vegetables, and the recommended goal is about 5.
Gotcha. It's not that good.
It's okay. Anything else?
Proteins, I guess, are higher.
Okay.
Not as bad as the grains, but it's higher.
Right. So I'm not overly concerned at this point. I mean, you took in about 10 ounces of protein. The recommendation is around 6 or so, but that really varies for your height and weight. You did have, your fat number was a bit high.
Oh.
Where do you think the fat amounts might be coming from?
Between the 3 sandwiches, there's probably plenty of cheese kicking around.
Yeah. So the Gouda and the Swiss cheese that you're choosing, those are pretty high in fat.
Okay.
So that's likely contributing to that number. So I just wanted to start out with that, just to kind of give you an overview of how the day went, and
Okay.
from here we can kind of see what we can do. So your weight loss goal is 15 to 20 pounds. It takes 3,500 calories. That equals 1 pound of fat. So
Okay.
our goal here, to make this, doable and attainable, is to reduce your daily caloric intake by 500 calories. So that's 500 calories a day times 7 days a week, and that gives you your pound of fat.
Oh, okay.
So at that rate, you'll be losing a pound a week if you're able to cut out 500 calories a day.
I see.
So, there's probably little tweaks that we can make in your diet, just, by going through it to see maybe what we could reduce or, maybe eliminate on some days, not every day. We don't want to take anything out completely.
Okay.
The first area I wanted to talk to you about, as you mentioned, your grain intake was a bit high. Now you're having the 2 cups of cereal in the morning.
Yeah.
Do you think that it might be possible for you to reduce that intake to 1.5 cups?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I basically just fill up the bowl.
Okay.
So I guess I need not fill up the bowl.
So a lot of times, people who are trying to lose weight will actually serve themselves either using smaller plates or smaller bowls. So that might be one option for you. If you use a smaller bowl, maybe measure it out for a couple weeks just so you know what 1.5 cups looks like.
Okay.
Pour it in, and then, see how it goes. If you're still hungry, do you think there's something else that you could maybe add to supplement?
Put more fruit in there. Well, I'm already putting fruit.
Okay.
More blueberries
Okay.
or bananas.
Maybe add a little bit more fruit. That's a good option.
Yeah.
Another thing that you mentioned, you seem to have a good amount of bread between the 2 sandwiches for lunch and then the bigger sandwich at dinner. So maybe an option, they have some whole grain wraps that you could use. They're 100 calories. So maybe you could use a wrap instead of always taking the 2 sandwiches. make 2 wraps instead. So
Okay.
you're limiting the grain intake right there. There's
Okay.
fewer calories coming from it. You're still getting the 2, you know, the 2 sandwiches slash wraps that you can eat. So you're not feeling, you know, like you're wanting something else. Give that a try maybe.
Okay.
Another thing I noticed, you said you were drinking the Izzy, the sparkling fruit juice at dinner.
Yep.
So if you're looking to eliminate 500 calories a day, it looks like, you know, anywhere between 150 to 200 calories is coming from that Izzy.
Gotcha.
So again, I'm not asking you to completely eliminate it from the diet, but maybe, you know, have that 2 times a week and try something else the other. You said you drink diet soda every now and again, so you could try that.
Okay.
Even seltzer, you still get the fizz. There's no calories associated with that.
Seltzer's good.
Or just do the water like you were doing at lunch. You also mentioned, although you didn't have it yesterday, you tend to have maybe 7 drinks a week.
Yep.
So those beer calories, it's the same as the Izzy, they can add up quickly. So if you're looking to lose weight, at least during this time period, you might want to consider, you know, cutting out a couple of nights of the drinking. And that'll just help you eliminate some of those extra calories that way.
Seems to make sense. I mean, that, we've talked about little things, that donut probably doesn't help all that much either.
Okay, and that kind of goes along with the next thing that I was going to bring up, which is kind of some extras or add-ons that you have in your diet.
Okay.
You know, if you're hungry for the donut, you're getting it, you know, when you got a coffee for your snack,
Yeah.
you might want to choose another option. I don't know, a granola bar, a piece of fruit, maybe some, you said you were taking the snap peas in a Ziploc bag, maybe, I don't know if you like carrots, baby carrots.
Yeah.
Some people do that. It's kind of easy to take on the go and munch on. It's fine to have the donut every once in a while if that's something that you enjoy. Definitely don't eliminate it completely, but you know, maybe not every day.
Yeah.
Some more of the extras that I was looking at, the cream and sugar in the coffee, you know, you're having 3 a day, that adds up the fat and calories in those.
Okay.
Is there something you think you could do to work on that?
Well, I said if I was to start drinking less coffee.
Okay, yeah, we don't want to make any drastic changes.
But I mean, I can kind of follow the lead of my boss a little bit. I really don't need. I got cream and sugar almost out of habit. Either switch to a sweetener, I guess, or do milk instead of cream. Something I can do there. I don't need to hit it with cream and sugar every time.
Okay. And the Southwest sauce on your dinner.
Yes.
There was about 2 tablespoons you said in that, so that, you know, that was contributing to about 7.5 grams of fat just in the sauce.
Okay.
What do you think you might be able to do with that? Are there any ideas?
It's tough to get the Southwest Turkey Mountain without the Southwest sauce. Ask them to lay off a little bit.
That's a great idea. You know, I know a lot of times they have a pretty heavy hand when they're putting those sauces on.
Okay.
You could either do that, or you could ask for the sauce on the side and put it on yourself. You know, just a couple swipes of the knife. You still get the taste, but not all the fat and calories that go along with it. Same thing with the potato salad. You said you were just getting about half a cup of it, so it's really, you know, a pretty small portion, but it's contributing a lot of fat and calories. So again, I'm not saying eliminate it. If it's something you enjoy, definitely enjoy it a couple times a week, but maybe, you know, you said maybe you could improve your vegetable intake. So instead of
Yeah.
getting the potato salad, do you know if they offer any vegetable sides?
They must.
Okay.
But I don't know.
Even if it's not on the menu, you know, feel free to ask. Well, they're very accommodating, you know. Usually whenever somebody requests something like that, they're happy to make it for you. So it never hurts to ask, just kind of little things like that. So
Gotcha.
I know I've given you kind of a lot of information here, and don't feel the need to kind of take all this on at once. Maybe pick one of the things we talked about.
Okay.
Let's start off with that. So which one would you like to try doing?
I almost just assume. No, it don't seem like a big deal. Half me to assume just get into them. I mean, the cereal. Could I survive a 1.5 cups instead of 2? Yeah. I mean, eating to fullness isn't necessarily the best move. Especially when you put fruit in there.
So just kind of working on your overall portions of things.
I mean, the Izzy, the sugar,
Mhm.
and the coffee, stuff like that. I mean, that seems like it's low hanging fruit. It's easy.
Okay.
The bread, yeah, I like bread. I can check out those wraps.
Okay.
Maybe make a super sandwich. Take all the meat and cheese, dump it into one.
Okay, that's a great idea. Okay, so I'd love to check back with you in about a month or so to see how you're doing with these goals.
Okay.
Feel free to make an appointment. Here's my card. If you have any questions, you can feel free to call me or email me.
Okay.
Make an appointment up front. You know, and again, take these things, you know, a day at a time and try to incorporate it a little at a time. And we'll see how you're doing in about a month or so.
Okay.
Okay? It was great to meet you.
Yeah, you too.
See you again.
Sounds good.